the closing laps there of the race tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I was just, you can search around on this racetrack and find a lot of different things you want the car to do. There's a lot of degrees of banking to it, and kind of depend on how your car's handling, you can make it change a little bit one way or the other. And, you know, I was able to find a place that I didn't think anybody else would be, plus it was helping my car. Some guys were trying to run there, but it didn't help their car. So it's just you know, sometimes you got to be smarter than brave, and I felt like maybe that was one of the times that I used my brains and just took what I could get. And as the race unfolded, it started coming to me. I really wasn't any faster; they were just slowing down.
10 laps to go, you're sitting in third, and you had made a couple of attempts to get to second. Were you feeling at that point you had a shot?
When I ran them down, I had a shot. When I got to Darren, my brakes, I lost brakes for about 3 laps. I don't know why, other than I might have abused them, got them hot. I stayed off of them for about 3 laps. I pumped the crap out of them, and they came back, and then I was able to continue my charge. You can't pass somebody here that as fast as those guys were without brakes. So I needed the brakes to charge the corner. One time going into one, I lost brakes, and I really went in there really hard. You know, I wanted to keep away from those guys. I didn't want to crash them, but definitely was in trouble there. Probably if they wouldn't have came back, I wouldn't have won, but you know, with the brakes coming back, then it enabled me to charge the corner again, and that happened.
Take us through that last lap, especially going down the back stretch. What were you thinking, and how'd you pull off the pass to win?
I got to Darren and passed him in 3 and 4. Came out of turn 4, and I saw what I thought might have been the checkered flag. Well, because I've had this issue years back, and when you've been racing as long as I have, you've all made mistakes, I thought, I'm not letting up. Well, then it dawned on me entering 1, wait, that was the white flag. And I knew Kyle's worst spot was turn 4. That was where he was the absolute loosest. So I knew going down the back stretch, I knew where I was going to try it. I saw the lapper up there, and I had to just decide what the lapper was going to do. And actually, Kyle took the spot I wanted, but I was able to just turn and go even lower. And, you know, like I said, because he was super loose there, it just made my car look like it had a lot of grip.
You mentioned on the interview down on the track side, you'd seen some tire smoke. I didn't see much out there.
Well, you guys can't. You're not going to see what we're going to see there.
And who was it from that you said?
There was actually the 2 Armstrong cars. When they passed me, they were really fast, but they were throwing smoke. It was more early on. As the tires wear down, they're not going to throw smoke, you know, because the rubber's going to go away. They're going to get slicker, but the damage will already be done. It's kind of like a sunburn. You get cancer 20 years later because of the sunburn. Well, that's the way a tire works. It doesn't just instantly go away. It shows its head when you need it, you know, 10 to go. So I knew just had to play it smart, and it all worked out for us. And, you know, just got to thank everybody involved in our park of machinery. Toyota Power, you know, it was a good night for everybody involved.
Of your 12 wins, where does this rank?
It's up there. You know, Kim asked me that, but, you know, I've got 80 USAC wins and countless non-USAC stuff. So in a long career, you can't really pick one certain one, but it's definitely up there. And the older you get, you know, I just turned 40 this year, and I've won 3 USAC races already. So the older you get, it's sweeter when you do it. And, you know, it's just me and my wife. We just finally hired our first part-time crew guy. So, you know, we take care of 7 race cars, and the only one that I drive that I don't house in my shop is the Dirt Champ car. Everything else we house. So it's just an accomplishment for the work we do and the results we get.
But it is the night before the 500. I mean, it is a very
yeah.
race.
I mean, you know, like I said earlier, I've been to NASCAR. I've came back. I've done a lot of things in my life, so I'm not a glory hound. Right now I'm in it to race, have fun, and make a living, and that's what we're doing.
Wolfgang?
Yeah, you said you were already in NASCAR, right?
Yeah, I ran 2 years in the truck series, and I got 52 truck starts and 18 bush starts.
What was your success in this kind of racing, sprinters? We don't have this. I'm from Germany. We don't have this kind of racing, but it's very exciting. Is there any help from Toyota America that you get a permanent drive in NASCAR?
No, what happens is when I went, I got hired ride. No money. I went to NASCAR, got hired.
Yeah.
I was there. We had mediocre success, couple top 5s, really not a top running situation we were in. I made a decision at the end of that halfway through 2006 that I was going to come back and race for a living here and just enjoy making a living. I could have stayed there and ran 20th every week, but that's not what I wanted to do. And at the time, the opportunity was Tony Stewart's driver was leaving. He had a spot open, so in 2007, I came back to drive for him full-time until they shut down the second team. There was a two-car team, so they kept one team that was already established, shut down ours, and then I broke off and kind of started my own deal and found sponsors and friends, and we've turned it into pretty successful teams.
You want to make it bigger, more cars?
I want to eventually turn it into where I can hire people, where I can get, drivers, sponsorship, maybe some sort of rental programs. I'm starting a rental program this year with a dirt midget, so we are trying to expand our business slowly.
Besides you, the